as part of the one day one tool. Today we are discussing the tool name is called Elicit, the URL elicit.com. The advantage of this tool, so this tools might helping to do some kind of literature review works. That's the reason even the home page you can find out this kind of interface only. Analyze the research papers at superhuman speed. So when you plan to do a systematic review, or in the case of meta-analysis or any kind of review literature, we need to be identify the article, and after this we need to read. After reading, we need to be making some kind of summary report, and then we started to connect with our second chapter, or in the case of literature review. It takes much time to prepare a reviews, but now this is working in a superhuman speed. I'm just going to highlight what are the features and why we need to use this, and just already added some points here, so you will get some idea. It is basically an AI powered research assistant tool, and you know what is called AI powered. So AI powered in the sense doing the research with the use of AI assisted, AI based, and we may call this a research assistants. As already mentioned, this any kind of AI tool, it's an assistant for us. It's not as a master for us. So we can treat this kind of tool as an only assistant. Kindly treat all kind of AI tool as an only assistant, not in a masters. When you treated this kind of things, our creativity will be questionable. That's the reason I always highlight this point. AI is a powerful assistant but dangerous master. So we should be very cautious about this. And the other aspects, why the AI powered research assistant I'm highlighting here, it automates the literature review, data extraction. This is a very important thing. For example, if you have one article, it may be 20 or 25 pages. The problem with 25 pages, we started reading, it takes at least 1 day or 2 days takes time. But here, the good advantage is, automatically give the summary report, right? What is that article discussing about? What methodology is this? What is the findings? What may be summary of the abstract? What is the this one? Sample size they're using? What the objectives? Everything we can get some kind of table format. Instead of reading the article, automatically this particular tool, it is categorizing the different heads. And through this we can be able to find what the article is discussing. So that is the reasons they highlight is called AI powered research assistants. And another important thing is natural language queries. You can ask the prompting once again, the same like Google Notebook LM. So what the way we are connecting with the Google Notebook LM, the same way we can ask the prompting. Here the prompting can ask the research questions or the objective, or you can search with your key terms. And smart summarization, these are things only I highlighted. So default, even the 20 pages or 30 pages, the default, that particular tool is divided into different heads. The methodology, sample size, participate, everything we may get a tabular format. From this we can recognize that, oh, this article is discussing about this. These are the advantage of this smart this tool. And structured data extraction, as already mentioned, no? Sample size, if you want to know what the study discusses, whether it's an experimental method or reviewability literature work, or everything we may get the clarity with the table format. So this is the way these tools are functioning. And the other core features is an AI for literature review, and paper summarizations is helping us. Instead of reading the article, it's automatically give the summary report, evidence of extractions, and cited evidence link, particularly as we already discussed about the tool Zotero and Mendeley. So the advantage is, when using this, we can directly download the bibliotex and we can import to the Zotero. So this is another advantage. Smart filtering, suppose you want to go with only that review article, or you want to go with the survey method, we can have this some kind of advanced search feature also there. And research planning support, so helps to formulate a better research questions by suggesting relevant questions. These are some of the core features of this Elicit. And this is a usage workflow, that is like a step-by-step workflow. The step number, you can start with the questions. It may be a research question or may be a variable. Just ask the prompting. And after this, it's going to give you a browse and filter results based on our prompting, and customize what are heads you want, just click and you can find out this. And review, verify, and export if you want to import into the Zotero. And finally, we can write a review. So this is a way we can use this, the particular tool. I'm just going to expand the interface of this Elicit. This is an interface. It's a very simple user interface. And most of the institutions started to use. See, the Stanford University and a lot of foreign university also, they adopted this tools and they doing the research. So now if you scroll down, you can find out this, even the free options. Actually, a lot of paid option, pro version also there. But in the free version itself, a lot of features are available. So it's helping to automate research, unlimited search across more than 125 billions of papers. It's finding from 125 billions of paper. From this, give the summary report. Unlimited summary, unlimited chat. We can ask n number of questions. That is the advantage of free version itself. Normally, the paid version only they give this kind of unlimited feature, but in this tool, they give a lot of unlimited. Extract data from 20 papers per month. So, if you want to take this extract data, so this is a limitation. Add 2 columns for your tables at a time, and view a source of answer. And the main thing, import from Zotero. This is also free version is available. So these are the basic features which is available in the Elicit. The first time user, you can go with the sign up. The sign up with your Google account, that you know that. Just to sign up with your Google account. But I'm already having the account. I'm just going to sign in. When you go to sign in, it automatically connects with my Gmail. I'm just clicking the continue with the Google, and just connect up with my email. So it's very simple process. Even the sign up also, it directly connects with your Gmail account. Just you can connect. And this interface, very simple user interface, like, same like ChatGPT or Gemini. You directly go with this ask the questions format only. And even there is some other features also that if you click the recent, we can find out see how much I'm exploring this. So these are things not I used it for 1 month or 2 months. I used more than a year, right? So now these are my previous search results. And new report I want to compile, you can go with this. But the new systematic review, these are pro versions are available. But even though without this also we can able to do the review, but we can do little manually. When you go to the library, even we can import, as we discussed about the tools called Google Notebook LM. There we are importing the data, importing the article, based on we are asking the prompting. The same way we can able to import also. So these are the features are available. And just going to the notebook, new notebook, and you can look onto this case. There's a find papers. Suppose you want to find the articles related to a research variable based on the research question. You can ask this. That's the reason in this you can find this. Ask a research question to search and explore the academic literature. The second option, suppose you want to get a research report, you can go with this. The third option is only pre-versions. You can use the first 2 options itself. Suppose you want to upload anything and you want to extract the data from that upload, you can use this. Upload also freely available. You can upload and then get the summary report. And I'm just going to do the demonstration here. Suppose I want to do this design thinking, the research area, right? So I want to do this research, design thinking in the technology integration. So I'm just going to design thinking only, or design thinking in higher education. This is my research variable. I'm just typing. After this, go for enter. The same like ChatGPT or Gemini we are entering. No? Now you can see this, the summary of the top 4 papers. It's automatically give the summary report. It takes time. It takes time. Now you can see this. What is the citation format? It is a format of API. It defaults come as an API. It's hyperlink also. Suppose I want to know the plagiarism also, because AI plagiarism detected. I am already into the tools called 0GPT and search with how many percentage. But basically it's showing this AI plagiarisms only, because we have used the free versions. I'm just going to check the plagiarisms percentage. This tool we can use to check the plagiarism, AI detected plagiarism. It is called AI things. So it's basically it's identifying this. Yeah, how much percentage? 100%. Therefore, what you can do, you can get this idea of this. You can start to rewrite by yourself. Get this idea, because instead of reading a 4 article, I can get the gist of the article. Based on say, I can start to write and give the citations. Alright, that is better for you. And another main advantage which I like to highlight here, you can see this left side down. You are getting the papers. In the paper you are getting the 2025, the author name, the journal name, and this is called, this heading basically it's called abstract summary. Abstract summary. I am talking about the right side. Even when you think about the size space, no, the size space, this kind of feature was there. Suppose I want to know the methodologies of the article. When you click this methodology, there is one more column emerged. One more column. So that column, what is that advantage here? Instead of reading by ourselves, the machine started to learn, read the information, and based on this, give this methodology. What the methodology of this particular article is? This is a methodology. You are getting this, how it's give us smartly. Instead of reading ourselves, it's like basically it's a time consuming for reading and finding this. But now it's giving a very fast, smart research. We can do this. Suppose I want to go to the next heading. Basically, as we know that the free version is giving only the two columns only, right? Once you can delete the column and then create another column. Suppose you already find this methodology. Suppose you want to know the major findings of this article. Just click the major findings. It's create another column. There you can find out this. Because the free version, as we discussed, there is a limitation, right? Therefore, whenever you want to know the limitations or the methodology or a summary interpretation, you can delete one and then create another one, right? So this way is helping us. Now the abstract summary. Similarly, if you don't need this one, major findings, you can go back to the other one. So I'm just showing this how it's working. Okay, see this, the major findings. Suppose you want to more papers, just go the load more. It gives you the another sets of paper. It's giving another sets of paper. So once again, just explaining. So suppose unknowingly you are come out, don't worry, down there is a recent option. Just to click the recent, you are finding once again, right? So therefore we can keep in the track. Unknowingly we press the back button, also not an issues. We can keep in the track. If you click the load more, it's going to give us another sets of articles. So this way we can start to explore it. And suppose, sir, I want to do some kind of advanced search. Yeah, we have the options. Sort by more recent one, least recent, and most cited. Suppose I want to go to the most cited article. Click this most cited. Based on this, is automatically the citation. It's 172 citations. We can easily to sort out, or we can be able to search in an advanced manner. Suppose when you go to the filter, so the filter we have the option called publication year. Suppose I need only the Q up to the Q1 to Q2, Q3 journal only, not in Q4. You can search here as in Q3. You can select what level of journal you want. And suppose you want to know the study type. You want to have only the study type of meta-analysis or systematic review. Just select based on the selections. Give this. Suppose you want to do the work only the survey method or a systematic review. Select this, you are getting that kind of specific papers only. And suppose I want to export as, okay, so that is the pro versions are available maybe later, so that you need to be checked with this, right? So now this is an upgrade version. So this is a way we can start to use the things. And suppose you want to get the alert or any help, so a lot of options also they provide. So if you want to share to your co-scholar, go to the share options. You are finding this anyone with the link, just enable it and copy this link and share to your partners, co-researcher. This way we can do a research in a smart way. If you want to go with the full screen, there is an option also full screen. Just click the full screen, you will get the full screen mode. Right. So hope you are identify what is the main benefits of this tool. This tools basically is helping us to do the research in a smart way, particularly in the case of literature review. For writing the literature review, instead of reading the article, you give the paper summary. And smart filter, the smart filter is nothing but the column. Suppose I don't need this column, I don't need a findings, I want the outcome measure or the intervention effect. Suppose I want to know maybe experiment method, I want to know what kind of experiment treatment they use. Just delete the column. Create the outcome measure, or in the case of intervention effect. So for every column, you are getting this result based on this particular article, and just going to the outcome, this one. Even show more, we have a lot of options. See, when you use show more, we have this much options. Limitation, intervention effect, summary of introduction, summary of discussions, theoretical framework, research question, research gaps. Even if you want to identify what is that particular article had the research gap. So we can easily locate it. Hypothesis tested and future research, funding sources, data set, study count. Suppose I want to know the number of sample which they use, or I want to know the independent variable which they use for the study. Dependent variable, measured variable, which region they done in the research. See, this much of different heads they provide. Even if you like to find this kind of things, we need to search, and after we can find this control F and we can locate it. But how fast is with the different column. Suppose my intention to get this statistical technique, just click the statistical technique, we can get the what statistical technique they use for this research. Right? So first research, no, this article and the repeated measures ANOVA implemented the SPA software, and particularly find the effect size calculation also. So effect size, you know that In the case of t-test, we are using the cogans d. In the case of ANOVA and COA, we are using the partial eta square or eta square or omega square. These are the effect size calculations they use. They highlighted. See the cogans d value. And this is not mentioned. Some of things may be theoretical. See this article has the exploratory factor analysis. Suppose you want to measure only the experimental method, you can easily locate what is the method they are using. Suppose I want to know the methods they adopted. Study design. Just click the study design. Yeah. So as I already mentioned this, the free version only 2 columns. Delete 1 column and create this research design. I'm just going to the research design. Research gap, study count, major findings, methodology, outcomes, study objectives, research question, research gap, hypothesis test. Even I want to know the hypothesis test, we can use it to locate it. Yeah, so I can get this study design also. Systematic review, this is called observation study, exploratory. This method, field experiment, systematic review, case study, and qualitative research approach for this article. This is an observation study. So everything you can get very fastly instead of reading. So for example, you can see it lists out nearly 20 article summary in a column basis. The same 20 article, if you want to read it, at least take a 1 month. But when you write a review, no, sorry, even the second chapter or the case of article preparation, none of people not reading the entire article. Just we are giving reading only the point which we need to focus. For example, we are talking about design thinking, the features or the implementation. Just we are looking onto that one only. But now the same thing we are getting as a smart way. Suppose I like to go with this, what is my independent variable of this study or dependent variable. Once again, you can delete the column. You can, suppose I want to know the experimental technique that they used. When I click the experimental techniques, suppose I am talking about design thinking, but I don't know what kind of techniques that already the people are adopted, uses. So we can able to find out this. So here's a systematic review, case study approach, experimental, the 3 pillars of design thinking. They use the creative problem solving, creative workspaces, and these people are using a interpretive phenomenological analysis that is called IPA. There's a new terms. See how this mixed method design, survey, descriptive, exploratory, bivariate correlation, reliability test, independent t-test, all kind of analysis they used as part of the experimental techniques. So therefore, instead of spending more time to locate the research article, particularly for writing a systematic review, you can think about to use this one. So it helping to do a smart research, and as I already mentioned this, use all the AI tool as a assistant. Don't treat it as a master. So with this, I am stopping presentations. Hope you are getting some insights about how we can use this Elicit tool. And there is an alternative tool also there. I'm just going to highlight. There is an alternative tool. This is called consensus. Both are look like the same. There is another one tool called consensus.app. You can use any one, Elicit or consensus. Both are the function wise same only. But according to me, Elicit is somewhat much user friendly. A lot of free options they provided. The same way you can go with the sign in. So you can sign in with your Gmail account, or you can sign up with your Google accounts. So now I'm just going to sign in. The same features. So I'm just showing this. The interface only, we have 10 more minutes. I'm just showing this interface. This is the interface of consensus. Same, you can ask the design thinking learning, design thinking in higher education. The same key term I use there. When you go to the enter, it also gives the summary report, the same like the previous one. Elicit also gives this 5 articles, best to 4 articles, the reports, right? Here also it's going to provide this. Now it's writing now. Now you can see this, but this paragraph somewhat bigger. And it gives us how many sources above? 28 sources, 28 references. I'm just checking this, the plagiarism level of this also. I'm just copying this, and just going to the AI detector. So the tool name is called 0GPT. I'm just pasting here and checking. So how much is showing this detect text as part of the AI writing. This is also showing 100% because it's written by AI. Even the ChatGPT also copy and paste, you can find out this, it is written by AI or not. So therefore, when you like to use this kind of AI, I request all of you kindly take these points and write by your own. Write by your own, okay? At least do some paraphrasing by your own, or we have some humanized tool also. Now once again, if you scroll down, you are getting the each article wise citations, you are getting this. And if you want to know more about, this is a very important thing, snapshot. So every article we have the study snapshot. From this we can able to know that what kind of things they are discussing here. This is a systematic work, it is an ask this paper, observation study, this is a systematic review, it is a journal, all kind of, this is an RCT, non-RCT research. So we are getting the same, and one more thing, this also had to be export in phase or Taro. So these are the functions, feasibilities that is kind of good. So with this, I stop my presentation. Hope you are getting some idea about how to do the smart research with the use of Elicit as well as consensus. Okay, thank you.